What is, dude? Who built this castle? Like seriously, this is a video game castle. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Jesus, Jesus, Jesus! This episode. What the fuck, dude? I haven't enjoyed myself like this in a long time. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Blue Eye Samurai, episode 6. Indeed. Previously, we learned what happened to Mizu's mother, as well as her ex-husband, I guess you could say. I mean, honestly, it kind of took me off guard with the whole the backstory of her having been married, essentially. But basically, yeah, like I guess you could say she wanted to please her mother. I mean, that's kind of what it was, right? I mean, she put her want for revenge on hold and essentially just got married. For a time, things were great. For a time, but then you cannot hold back fate. I didn't actually write the guy's name down, the ex-husband, but basically he kind of betrayed her, and we never did find out who really called the bounty hunters or whatever, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter, because both of them betrayed her, essentially, and both of them, you know what they say? A popular phrase that's been going around: fuck around and find out. And they definitely fucked around, and they found out. Also there, in present time, something very interesting that happened was something that I didn't expect at all. Like the show went in a completely, essentially the opposite direction of where I thought it was going. Akemi got taken back and apparently, I guess, accepted her fate in a way and did the blackening of the teeth thing. I'm not gonna lie, I still think that's fucking weird. But yeah, I guess we'll find out what happens. I mean, we can definitely assume now that Akemi doesn't have a favorable opinion on Mizu anymore. For a small amount of time, I think Akemi was kind of warming up to Mizu, but not anymore. Yeah. In any case, let's just get into episode 6 of The Blue Eye Samurai. All evil dreams and angry words. Okay, what the hell is this music? Ooh, she's like looking at the castle.
My enemy is near.
Oh my god, they are.
Give me the strength.
Oh my god, we will.
Guide my hand to kill him and return alive to kill those who remain.
A samurai is honorable. You are no samurai.
She is indeed not a samurai. She is the incarnation of revenge.
Fowler. 95, 96, 97, 98, 99.
Pretty sure that's not how that works, but okay. Damn. She can pick locks? What's your lock picking skill, dude? Look, this is a very hard lock. There's no way you can... Oh, I guess she has a stealth build. Of course, I should have known, right? I mean, I think you fucked up. The end. I mean, let's be honest, I don't even know why they're making this so tense. We know that she's not gonna die, right? Like, I mean... be quiet. Quiet. I'm surprised they don't have, I'm surprised they don't have a guard here, at least. Because, like, she only knew about this entrance from, Madame Kanji, right? And the way they got in was also this, right? Because apparently there's no entrance to the castle or whatnot, right? The way they got those prostitutes in was through this entrance, the secret entrance, right? So you would think that they would have a guard here or something, but I guess maybe not. They probably have guards close enough to the room that they don't really care. I told you, she's got a stealth build. I mean... Oof. Uh-oh. Oh, nice. I'm not gonna lie. I love this, right? I love this because this reminds me of basically a mix of a bunch of games like Payday, Dishonored, just like even Skyrim. You know, like as a fan of like stealth games like this, where you're going and you're trying to avoid getting detected and then taking guards out one by one. Like it's almost like taken straight from a game. It's so fun. Oh, dude, this really is Payday. Like really, you know, you stealth around trying not to get caught. You get caught by one guy on accident. You take the one guy down. The second guy notices you while you're taking down the first guy. You kill the second guy, and then because you killed the second guy, some civilian somewhere or some other bullshit happens, and then the third guard also notices some bullshit, and it's like it's just a chain reaction from one mistake. All of this is happening because she. Let's watch that again. All of this is happening because she dragged in the water. She wasn't smart enough to realize her mistake before it happened. Let's watch this again. Let's watch this again. That feels good.
It's him. He's come. I told you he'd come. I want to watch.
Why set traps only to mash the rat yourself? Sit. We have business.
I want to watch.
Yeah, he did lose an arm, right? That's some insane technology, honestly. Very smart. I wonder, honestly, I wonder if that shit was actually like a thing. Or is it like just very exaggerated? Is it like technology that kinda was around back in those times, but is very exaggerated for the show? I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert on history or you know, what possible technology they might have had back in those days. But I think it's a very good, cool system, honestly. This is, dude, empty hallway, kind of wide. Like, come on. Dude, they have... Really? Dude, we're straight up in a video game. We are straight up in a damn video game. Come on. I mean, this is This is like, I don't even know at this point. This is like Tomb Raider, Uncharted, mixed with Payday and Dishonored. Like this is straight up out of a video game. Like, what is this death trap of a hallway? Come on. I mean, it's cool and all, but come on, you know? Ooh. Now what? Oh. Really? Really? They injured her this early on. Interesting. And I'm surprised they injured her this early on. This just means that now she's gonna be weakened heavily. Because, I mean, you know, sword fighting and, like, martial arts very heavily relies on footwork. And if your foot is injured, well, I would say your ability to fight is probably halved, at least, if not more. This is a problem. Like a big problem. I mean, it's straight up through as well. And I'm pretty sure pulling it out like that is just a bad idea, because now you're just gonna lose blood a lot. I mean, yeah, she's not even close yet. What is... Dude, who built this castle? Like, seriously, this is a video game castle. I mean... Hang on a hand. Even the music is like from a video game. Like, come on. This is... It's so fun. Oh, got fucked. She got fucked. Ooh. But the sword, though. What about the sword, though? I mean, let's be honest, right? If this was a video game, all of us would have died to that fake out. I mean, whoever created this set of traps, like, they knew what they were doing. They 100% knew what they were doing. Sword? Your tool is bent, by the way. Unarmed? Ooh! 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 Jesus! Jesus! Huh? What's that? Explosive? Signal flare? Something? Huh, she didn't use it. I guess she was like, I'll leave it for later. Jesus Christ. Never mind what I said about her combat ability being lowered. I mean, I guess she just doesn't give a shit. Jesus Christ. Also, I mean, dude, I don't want to pause it either. This is insane. That guy at the wall is just kind of like, yeah, no. I didn't even realize. Dude, I didn't even realize they were using the goddamn head. I thought it was just like a rock or something. Oh my god. Jesus, this episode. What the fuck? Oh my god. I mean, this guy, I don't blame that guy at all. That guy is like, dude, I'll help you get your sword back as long as you don't kill me. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
But you know what's next? My flowers?
It won't be enough.
Fine. Send your giant.
Giant? The guy with the big... No, wait. That guy... Are we talking about the same guy here? I'm thinking of the guy who came to bring him the tea invitation. The invitation to tea. But that guy, like, fell off a cliff, and I was like, there's no way he's dead. And I don't think he is. So I'm guessing he's gonna come back, and that's the giant? Because I'm pretty sure that guy worked for, what's his name? Pretty sure that's Shindo, right? Nope, 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 nope. Sus, very sus. Do not let people... Monkey get close. Nope, nope, nope. Do not touch. Yep, told you. That's on her. I will say that's her own mistake, honestly. Well, time to get high. Jesus Christ. The animation on this episode, though. We're like halfway through, and Jesus Christ. She's getting high. Probably hallucinations, obviously. Not just probably, obviously. Jesus Christ. I wonder if that, like, brought her back. Or, like, sobered her up. Dump your head in, yes. Good, good. Honestly, I'm actually even surprised that she could have gotten high. From whatever drugs that Flower, like, had in its, dust or whatever. Because, like, considering how injured she is, I would imagine, like, the pain would completely overtake any kind of, like, you know, hallucinogens in her system. Again, I'm not a fucking expert.
No one can know you're hiding.
I thought you had to be something special.
Go ahead. Just jump.
This is not the time, Mizu. Cannot second guess yourself now. Oh my god, what the hell? I think she might still be a little high. Yep, it's that guy. I like that she's still going into the quick draw, like, pose, I guess? Not pose, fucking stance. Even without the sheath. What the fuck? Okay. I'm guessing they were, like, paid that, or told, like, if you kill her, then you get out of here. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ.
Taigen.
So, I wonder if they're gonna do this thing where, you know, we've seen Mizu now kind of, in a way, hesitate. I mean, she's not hesitating, but, like, she's second-guessing. She's thinking about things again. You know, she's been having these... Yes, the drugs helped, of course, obviously. But she's been having these, like, voices, you know, in her hallucinations that are saying, like, reminding her of, like, oh, you're going down a dark path. Are you sure this is the correct thing to do? You know, like, that kind of thing, right? So I wonder if they're going to go down this route where she has to make a choice of, hey, do I get Taigen out of here and myself? Or do I go in trying to kill Fowler in like a all-out risk, you know? And then she ends up making the, I guess you could say, character development where she decides to get them both out of there in place of revenge, right? Instead of getting her revenge, she decides to get them both out of there. Like, do I think that's a good thing? I don't know. At this point, I would say no. It's not a good thing. They've very heavily pushed her and told us that she's in it for the revenge. So having her change her mind so quickly is not a good idea, right? Like, you can make her change her mind, just over more time and more events, right? If there were many events before this, like at least like 2 or 3 events before this whole episode, like where, you know, she second guessed herself, then I could see it. But now she straight up like ran in here into this castle or whatnot, right? And just killed basically anyone who stood in her way. And now her like maybe kind of second guessing herself, or, you know, thinking over what she's doing, it's a little too quick, I feel like, you know? So I'm hoping that they don't somehow change her mind at this point.
This is up. Down is that way. Out is...
We're not leaving.
Exactly.
To kill.
I mean, let's be honest, Taigen... Oh. Let's be honest, Taigen is the real victim here. Let's be honest here. Dude was just, you know, living his best life, about to get married to a very fine-looking lady, is very skilled, top of the class, as it were, and in general, just had a great time. All of a sudden, some guy comes in, they end up fighting, he ends up losing his honor, his hair, and his dignity. And all of a sudden, shit, he's lost everything. And then he gets kidnapped, gets tortured, and now can't even escape. You know, like, come on. This guy, bro. At some point, you just gotta feel sorry for him.
I'll help. No one gets to kill you, but...
Yep. Jesus Christ.
Put me back in the dungeon.
I love the blue and red. God. Jesus. I will say that's a little bullshit, because I think that fucking club... Whoa. I think, first off, I was going to say that club should be, most likely, way too heavy for her. Or at least what she's used to. What the fuck just happened here? What? He just brushed that off? What? Okay, like, I mean, we're going into the realm of, kind of bullshit, but I don't care. I don't care. He's gotta be dead after this, right? Jesus, this episode. This is 100%. This, dude. let's have a little. Let's discuss a little, okay, before we move on. This episode. It's the best episode. Like, the thing is, right? In terms of fighting, obviously, this is the best episode. In terms of action and stuff, it's the best episode. But I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best episode in terms of story-wise, but overall, I think this is the best episode so far. Now you might be thinking, oh, but Fawn, usually you care more about story and you don't care about action scenes, right? That's how it was with Chainsaw Man, right? And a lot of other shows. Well, The difference is that I would consider this action to be so much better. I consider the action that they're doing here to be so much better than what like Chainsaw Man or a lot of these anime do. Why? Because this actually has choreography. Like you look at that earlier fight with a bunch of those guys, right? That shit is good. That shit is good action because there's actually thought put behind the choreography. Yeah, maybe occasionally they kind of stretch the imagination a little, right? Or they exaggerate some realism, but it doesn't really matter. Like the only bullshit thing I would say so far in terms of action has been the injury to Mizu's foot. Kind of just didn't matter. And secondly, this giant guy got literally stabbed in the throat, and he just kind of brushed it off. Like I don't care if you're 7 feet tall and like built like a tank. You get stabbed in the throat. You're not like just brushing it off. At least I would imagine you're not. I mean, again, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but like still, what I'm trying to say is that the action, the way it's made here, actually kind of just makes sense, right? It's actually like realistic action to a degree, anyway. Oh shit! They blew a hole into the goddamn. Okay, one thing. Yeah, this is gonna happen, right? Okay, one thing I'm gonna say. I'm predicting that Ringo is gonna show up and save them. I mean, you're fucked now. I mean, yeah, at this point, how did they get out of this other than someone saves them, right? And they set up, Ringo to be to come and save them.
You.
Or she can just climb. So, dude, I mean, look, this is cool and all. Don't get me wrong, but like, some time ago, I went I went wall climbing, or like rock. It's like indoor rock climbing, right? And obviously Mizu is way more in shape than I was at the time. But carrying someone on your back while trying to climb essentially a wall that doesn't really have many good like edges to grab onto. That's if I was really going on realism, I would call bullshit on that. But like this is a show, it's not realistic. I'm just saying that I would understand how difficult this is. This is hella difficult. It's possible. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's impossible. But holy shit, this would be difficult. It's making me get out of breath. Oh. It's making me get out of breath just watching it.
Perhaps we should excuse ourselves from their danger.
What danger? An attack on the Shogun's emissary is an attack on the Shogun himself. No one would dare attack them with us here.
Yes, that's true.
As if. This episode, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dude, I haven't enjoyed myself like this in a long time. Oh my god. It's just, it hits all the right beats, No one would dare attack them with us here. It's just poetic,
Where is he?
There he is. Uh-oh. ladies and gentlemen, we have gathered here to honor a close friend of ours. She was with us since the beginning. She helped us. We cared for her. We were there when she was born. And just like we cared for her, she cared for us. We have come here to honor the greatest sword ever made in this world. The greatest sword that had ever been made up to this point in history. She was an amazing sword. But now, well, we just have to let her go. It is a sad day. I know. Don't cry. Trust me. She's in a better place now. I know. It hurts me as well. Yes. We just have to remember, all swords, when it's their time, they go to a better place. And I'm sure our meteor sword has now also gone to a better place. Amen.
You see, no one murders so well as the British. It's our #1 export.
Look at you. No one's ever made it up half this far before. Oh, you found your friend. He was stupidly loyal. He wouldn't tell us a thing about you.
Kill him. Kill him. Why?
Not even to
Because I think it would be a great, I think it would be something great to do for the story. But I don't think he's going to die.
save his fingernails. You came all this way for me? Because of what I just may be to you? Maybe? I thought I accounted for all my bastards over the years. They lined the tunnel you came in. All those half-breeds, like you.
I'll kill you. All 4 of you.
I see. Who was it? I heard something happened to old Violet. Was that you?
I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, this had to happen because, like, in a one-on-one fight, if they were both at their best, I mean, Mizu would just take him out easily. At least, well, maybe not easily, but, like, it would still be obviously very, very one-sided. I mean, he's good.
Still alive?
I know what I'm supposed to do. Be a samurai. Like you.
Okay. I'll teach you.
You see what happened? Exactly what I thought was going to happen. Jesus. Damn. This was a hell of an episode. Okay, so let me quickly talk about the ending here. So I mentioned what was likely going to happen, or at least something that I didn't really want to happen, which was that Mizu makes the decision to save Taigen instead of getting her revenge. So the reason I don't like the way they did this exactly is because, well, for one, I'm gonna be honest here. Mizu and Ringo, they didn't really have any bonding moments. Now, I mention bonding moments quite often, honestly, surprisingly, but that's kind of what you need, right? You need, in these stories, you need two characters to have moments together to like solidify their friendship or their relationship. And I'm gonna be honest, we hadn't really gotten that yet with Ringo and Mizu. Ringo, yeah, took care of Mizu when she got injured and stuff like that, but they didn't really, they didn't really have like any heart-to-heart moments. Not to mention, obviously, we still haven't gotten any kind of clear reasoning why Ringo even wants to become a samurai, right? He just kind of wants to because he just kind of wants to. Because for a while, I thought, we had that moment where, Ringo was like, oh, I'm not great, but I can support greatness, right? So I thought that he was like finally understanding that, well, he may not think he's great. His greatness comes from helping greatness, if that makes sense. So he kind of accepted that he is better at like a support role and kind of let go of this becoming a samurai thing. But apparently not, right? I just feel like Mizu and Ringo just haven't gotten enough like heart-to-heart moments for Mizu to care so much. To essentially, because let's be honest, right? That's what happened. Mizu essentially chose her own life, Taigen's life, as well as teaching Ringo to be a samurai, over getting her revenge. I would even say that the catalyst, the final decision, came from her remembering what Ringo had said, right? So you might even say that Ringo was the main reason why she changed her mind and decided to escape instead, because they don't seem to have like a close relationship really yet. It just doesn't feel earned, if that makes sense. If Mizu had like a stronger relationship with Ringo, like kind of a real master apprentice relationship, and they had like a couple of heart-to-heart moments and stuff, but she's, even against Ringo's wishes, she still went for the revenge. She gets here, finds Taigen, and then is about to lose, and then she decides, okay, fine, I'll save Taigen and myself. I'll live to fight another day, right? While remembering what Ringo had said. But because they don't really they never had those heart-to-heart moments, not that I can remember anyway, I just don't buy that Mizu changed her mind based on what Ringo had said. If the relationship was a little bit stronger between them, then I would understand, then I would buy it, but it really wasn't. And so her changing her mind in this moment, after hearing or like, thinking about Ringo's words and stuff, I feel like they could have done a little bit more with this. I feel like they could have done a little bit of a better job with, I guess, making her change her mind. That's about it. The rest of this episode, though, holy shit. I mean, this is definitely my favorite episode so far. I mean, this episode was just full of action. And honestly, all the action was so well done. So, some of them were so ridiculous. The whole trap, the trap hallway, and then the pitfalls and stuff like that. It's so funny. Oh my god! It's straight out of a video game. And then the fight with all these against all these guys. I mean, like, in my opinion, this is how you do like a good fight. It's not about, at least to me, like, it's not about the power levels or the powers that the characters have. It's more about what power you have and how you use it. If a character has a certain power, you don't need to like level up their power so that they have a chance against the bad guy. Instead, think of a new way that the character can use that power. Same thing applies to like just in general skills. In the case of martial arts, in the case of Mizu, she's just very skillful, and you can kill a guy in so many different ways. Like, you have a sword, let's say, right? You have a sword. Like, yeah, you can cut him, you can stab him, you can knock him out with the back of the blade, you can You know, like, you don't have to do the one thing, which is just, slice down, right? You don't have to bring the sword up and then slice down, right? You can do so many different things. Most anime and stuff, and their fights are basically just who has the bigger sword, right? Who has the bigger sword, or who has the bigger single attack. That's the person who's gonna win. Right? Instead of being like, oh, you have a bigger attack, but I mean, doesn't matter if you can't hit me, right? And that's the difference, right? Here, this is why I love the fights here, is because it actually feels like there's choreography. There's actually, like, doesn't matter if you have a big sword if you can't hit me with it, and I don't have to hit you with my sword. I can just hit you with my leg. I can hit you with my fingers in your eyes, right? Like, actually think about how to defeat an enemy rather than just being like, oh, this character is gonna use his big sword to slash at that guy, and then that guy is gonna use his big sword to slash at that guy at the same time, and then they slash each other, and then whoever has the bigger sword wins. It's like, shit like that is just so stupid. But yeah, oh my god, this episode, and it just kept going as well. To some degree, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, and this is not like a negative at all, but I feel like maybe, just maybe, they put too many fights in. Maybe. Like the whole monkey thing, I do think the drug hallucination, like this thing, I think this is really cool, and holy shit is it well animated, and oh my god, it's beautiful. And I like the eye effect, how she has like like glowing blue eyes while this hallucination thing is going on. But maybe, like, they might have overdone it just a little bit, to the point where I mentioned, I think last episode or the episode before that, where last episode, when Mizu got stabbed, right? I mentioned that I hope that they don't go overboard with injuring the main character, or just in general injuring a character and then having them still keep fighting. Because, like I mentioned, how painful a stab could be, like a stab wound. But my point was that in shows like fucking Naruto, let's say, right? Characters just get stabbed in like 17 different ways, and then they just keep going, right? Like, that's like, okay, one stab wound, fine, sure, you can fight on. But like 17, you've gotten hit with 32 kunais and 17 shuriken, like, you're not fighting on. And that's kind of what I'm like a little bit like worried about with them kind of overdoing this episode, right? With too many fights, where like Mizu already got injured in the leg in the trap hallway, right? So she was already limping. Then she had to fight or run over some more traps, right? Then she had to fight all these guys on that leg. Exhaustion, probably gets hit a couple of times at least. Okay, then she moves on. She gets attacked by some monkeys and some drugs. She blows up a fucking explosive. Probably gets winded by the shockwave. Lands in some rubble. After this, she fights, let's see. She fights all these dudes. I'm pretty sure she got like hit here as well, but then she killed them all. Then, Taigen stuff, okay. And then she fights this guy. He also throws her around, like, probably a couple of broken ribs or whatnot, right? What I'm trying to say is that, like, she got injured so many times, actually. Like, she took a massive beating. And bear in mind, she still has an open wound in her leg. A fucking hole through her leg. This is what I'm saying, right? There's a limit, I think. Now, granted, I would say they did a good job. Like, they didn't give her any more obvious injuries like the one in the leg. But I would imagine, like, a lot of bruising. Okay? And then still being able to climb up this wall. I mean, this is what I'm saying, right? After all of those fights, you're still able to climb this fucking wall, up this wall, with a fucking sword in your mouth and a guy in your back? Really? Right? And again, I'm not saying this is this isn't bad or anything. It's cool for the show, don't get me wrong. But like, I'm just hoping they don't push this too far to the point where she can literally get shot and have a hole through her leg, her fucking Achilles, have like 17 different bruising, probably a couple of broken ribs, and still fight on, right? Oh wait, that's kind of exactly what happened. And then what? They jump off. They jump out of this fucking very high fucking castle into freezing water. Did they even fall through ice as well? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure they would have just gone splat on the fucking hard ice. I'm pretty sure. But, you know, still, it's a show. You know, obviously I'm not taking it too seriously. But I'm just saying that I'm hoping that they kind of don't go too far. Like, this is still kind of acceptable. I was watching this and I didn't have any problems with it at the time when I'm watching this. I guess what I like is the fact that they actually, if you look, they actually look like they're beat up. And that's a very important detail to make. Because if she didn't have anything on her face or her clothes were still kind of normal, like most anime would do, then I would be like, what the fuck? Right? But she looks like she's fucking dying, right? She looks like she's gone through hell. So that's a very important detail to make. Holy shit, like this was a great episode. Definitely my favorite episode so far. Considering this is episode 6, I'm surprised actually. Somehow I actually thought, I don't know, I thought this would be like a finale. You know, I thought this would be like the climax, the end of the season or something. But I guess we'll see. I mean, we still have 2 episodes, I think. And I guess we'll see what happens in the next one. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.